This traffic triangle in South Delhi's Chittaranjan Park has been demolished. It wasn't encroachment or congestion that led to its removal. It was a health scare. As the number of pigeons have skyrocketed in Indian cities, so has lung disease in humans.
When we talk about pigeon, they look very innocuous, very cute looking animals. But medically speaking, they carry 60 type of problems, right? So these type of bugs can be fungal infection. This can be like salmonella, which causes typhoid type of infection. This carry a lot of psittacosis like infection, which causes simple flu.
A study revealed that pigeon droppings was the common link in almost 47% of all lung disease characterized by inflammation and scarring. In fact, doctors at Delhi's Sir Gangaram Hospital reported that an 11-year-old boy showed severe respiratory distress due to prolonged contact with pigeon feathers and droppings.
Body is exposed to various external stimuli. That is usual case in every human being. Some of the human beings become hypersensitive. Hypersensitive means they overreact to that. Same thing happened in this child.
And following intensive treatment during which he was administered oxygen therapy and given steroids, his lung inflammation was successfully reduced.
There are many causes of hypersensitivity pneumonia. One of the important causes bird fanciers disease or birds-related interstitial lung disease or hypersensitivity pneumonia. And in Mumbai, the pigeons are the most common causes.
If caught early, within around 6 weeks, hypersensitivity pneumonitis is reversible. But after decades of exposure to pigeons who would nest in his windows and on his terrace, this Mumbai man developed scarring in his lungs.
My husband had developed fibrosis, which was around 20%. But within period of almost 1.5 years, his problems started progressing at faster rate. The lung damage was around 50 to 60% and oxygen was a must therapy for him. As the days progressed, for about 1.5 years later, my husband was totally 24/7 dependent on transplant.
Pigeon droppings contain fungi like aspergillus, which when inhaled can cause histoplasmosis, which can then lead to interstitial lung disease. But just an isolated exposure to these droppings is not really harmful. What can be harmful is repeated exposure.
So what happens is there is a very close contact with the pigeon bird feathers as well as the antigen, and there is continuous inhalation of those antigen which we may not be able to see, but we are still inhaling all the antigens in the body. The body is trying to take it out and body is trying to fight it back, but in that course what happens is there is a permanent scarring or damage to the tissue in the lungs.
A well-fed pigeon on an average dispenses up to 11.5 kg of droppings a year. Bird experts say the unregulated practice of feeding, especially at kabutar khanas, is one of the main reasons for this explosion in pigeon population. The other is the absence of natural predators.
This is more common in avian. So that's why it is known as avian breeding disease.
So what is it that we can do to keep ourselves safe? Stop feeding pigeons. Don't let them build nests around your homes and balconies.
To clean up the space. And cleaning also contains lot of norms.
You must wet the area you're cleaning instead of wiping it dry. Collect the droppings in a plastic bag, tie it up, and then wash the outside of the bag before disposing it.